Hi everyone, my name is Jeff and I am Karen's husband. I want to talk about some of the books that I've really read and loved over the past couple of weeks. But before I do that, I was told that I must apologize for Karen's video getting cut off. I was outside throwing my son into the 20 plus inches of snow we've got, and I wanted her to tape it in slow motion. So I tried to call her and it cut off the video, so I apologize. The first book I want to talk about is Nibbles. Nibbles is about this cute, adorable character and the mischief that he gets into. He gets free from his book and then decides to eat his way into other traditional fairy tales. And what I love about this book is not only is Nibbles cute, but he chews himself into old fairy tales. And it's just really neat to see how the author has incorporated that. As you can see, Goldilocks does not like Nibbles. He has surprised her, and she tries to blame it on him when the three bears come home. So it's a really cute book. It's really fun to see how they incorporate it. And as you can see, it's got chew marks through the pages. It's got flaps. It's just a really cute book with an interesting twist on old tales. The next book is Storms and Hurricanes. Now, these books are awesome because they're only $5 and they're loaded with information. I mean, it's just page after page, jam-packed. And one thing that I loved is, let me see if I can find it real quick. It's like, I never knew how lightning was formed before, and it was really neat to see how it was. And it's even cooler to see my 3-year-old son try and go teach his 3-year-old friends, how lightning is formed, what hurricanes are all about, how twisters are. Because it's fun to see the looks on their faces, but it's also really cool to see that he's learning from just us reading to him. The next book is this one. I won't try and pronounce the title because I've screwed up like 5 times. It's like a tongue twister, and I'm not gonna get hung up again because I gotta go to work. But this book is a blast. I'm all about value, and this one has a crazy amount of readability, if that's a word. Because what they do is they introduce you to all these characters throughout the book. Like there's one in the air, in the sea, on land. And, it's just tons of cool animation and ton of interesting characters. And it's just fun to say, okay, Elijah, who's this guy? And then if we don't know it, we can go to the front of the book where they have all the characters' names, and you can say, oh, that's Hank the Hammer Chomsky. So then you go back and you reread through it, and then you get back to the Hank the Hammer Chomsky page, and then he says it, and it's pretty cool. These are for older kids. I think, this one is, for a teenage, 11, 12, 13, that kind of range. And this is kind of like Harry Potter meets James Bond. It's about these kids who find out that they have all these gifts and they don't know each other, but they're brought together by this, school that's trying to get them to kind of harness their gifts and use them to try and stop this impending kind of disaster. So it's all about their journey to discover who they are, what and what they can do. And it was an interesting read. I liked it. There's 13 of them, so I've only read the first one, so I'm sure it gets a little, more and more interesting as you go along and as they kind of discover their individual talents and gifts. So this one is for slightly younger kids. I forget, like 8 to 12 years is what this is recommended. This was an interesting book. It started off with a mystery, and then the book just slowly kind of tries to unravel that mystery, and you find out at the end what it's all about. And it really is, they call it the Gateway series. This book is the beginning to a huge, expansive universe with all these different tales and alien species, and it's really fascinating. I'm looking forward to reading the next ones to see where they go with it, because I really did like this one. It focuses on this little girl who parents buy this old rundown hotel, which I'm a sucker for anyway. I love that kind of setup. But she meets this little boy who's really adventurous and likes to get into all sorts of mischief, and they just go around and they're trying to solve this mystery of who this this caretaker is and what his deal is and who these mysterious guests are and what they're doing there. So that was a good one for, like I said, that kind of 8 to 12 years. This one I am currently reading, Alfie Onion. Now this is a great book. I like this one a lot. It's got cute animations. Let me see if I can find cute animations. It's a great story about this mother who grows up on fairy tales, and in all the fairy tales, the seventh son of the seventh son is supposed to go off and do these amazing things and win the princess and all this, get all this riches and gold. And so she is really pushing her son, who's this character on the back, to be that hero. So she has Alfie after him, and she doesn't really care about him a whole heck of a lot. So she makes him go along with him to kind of be his sidekick and carry his meals, basically. And they end up meeting all these interesting characters. Alfie can actually talk to animals, or he can talk to his dog. And then we find out that other animals can talk, and so it just adds to the dynamic. So he's got this traveling band of animals that he's with that he can talk to, and they can talk to him. And there's ogres, but they're not scary. There's nothing scary in this book. It's all well done. It's very cute, and they're trying to turn the ugly ogre into a handsome prince so he can marry the princess and get all the gold and riches. And it's just a really fun book. I really recommend it. So I hope this video has helped. There's a lot of books, there's a lot of information, and it's all good. All right, thank you. Bye.